Hello friends, welcome. Thank you so much for being with me today. So if you've been over to Whimsy Stamp's Facebook page today, you know that today is Denise's birthday. So if Denise, if you're watching, happy birthday. I hope you have a fantastic day and that you just get to celebrate. Just go ahead and celebrate all week long, right? I like week-long birthdays. So, all right, today we're going to take a look at one of my favorite dies and see, just different ways that we can use that. It's a very versatile die. So let's go ahead and switch our camera and get started. All right, so I've done several videos where I have showcased this die, and it is the postage stamp die. And I just tend to reach for this all the time. If you don't have this in your craft stash, you might want to take a second look because it's a really fun one. The other products I'm going to be using is the stencil that you can get to go along with the postage stamp die. And for today's video, I'm going to be using the sweet succulents. So this was a fun one to work with. And I decided to make these just some simple hello cards. So this is the hello word with the shadow outline. I won't be using the shadow today. I'm just going to be using the letters, but that's another great die. So like I said, I've used this die several times. The first time was for this one, and I made the postage stamp die be like picture frames on a wall, and this was like a family collage of picture frames. And then the second time I used it, I made it like a window. So this is more like just a window scene, like these are the panes of a window. But today I'm using it like it's a shelf. So I have titled this one the Succulent Shelf, and I'm going to use it like a shelving. So that's just 3, and I started realizing, I've used it 3 times, and so far I've never used it as a postage stamp. So I think the 4th time I pull this out, I'm going to have to actually use it as a postage stamp. So for today, we're going to make 2 different of the succulent shelves, and I've gone ahead and colored up my succulents and kind of separated those out. I also went ahead and die cut the word hello in a couple different colors. Also, for each card, I die cut the postage stamp twice. You can do it 3 times or 4 times, just however thick you want that to be. But for today, I went ahead and just did it twice. Now for this card, I did it in gray. For this one, I went ahead and did it in a brown. And again, I've gone ahead and colored all of the succulents that I wanted to use on this card. Oops, and die cut the hello. So this is an easy card to mass produce if you wanted to make gift sets or anything like that. The hardest part was really just coloring up the succulents, and that wasn't hard at all. All right, for this one right here, I went ahead and used the stencil, and I inked that background. Hello, Nancy, it's great to see you as well. I'm glad you're here with me. I did go ahead and use that stencil, and these are the 2 colors that I used. I did it in clay mask first, and then I went around just kind of the edges and with the polish just to bring in a little more of that color that I wanted. So, all right. To begin, we're going to do this one first. And I'm going to go ahead and layer my postage stamp die together. So all right, now you may not have realized this, but my last couple of videos were actually pre-recorded because I have been on a epic vacation. So it was a great time, but oh, is it good to be home. We were actually gone for 2.5 weeks, so that is probably the longest I've been away from home in a long time, probably since college. So it was great to get back home. I am excited about some of the projects I have coming up to share with you. I've been crafting away since I got home, and That's always my favorite way to spend my time. So I'm just going to go ahead and center this right on here, trying to keep those outlines the same. All right, now I have found if you do get it a little off, that it's okay, because once you put all your stuff in there, you don't see it, but I try to just eyeball it and keep that white outline the same, because when you do use the stencil, it gives you that nice white outline like a postage stamp. If you didn't want that white outline, you can go ahead and ink up your background before you put it on, and then that takes care of that white outline for you. So that's just some different options when you're making this. And now so far, every time I've used this, I've always done it in the portrait style, but for this one, I'm going to do it in the landscape. So let's go ahead. This one goes over there. I'm going to go ahead and position these. And I'm purposely using all of the same color clay pots here on this one. And I have gone ahead and added some foam onto the back of all of my pieces. So just gonna put these down. So, Nancy, how have things been going in your neck of the woods? There we go. It has turned summer in Texas while we were gone. It is definitely hot. We are starting to get in the pool and enjoy the summer activities, and hopefully, Shauna, hi Shauna. You're working from home today. That's Nancy's working from home. How about you, Shauna? What are you up to today? Are you getting some crafty time? All right, there we go. So these are very fast and kind of easy cards to, like I said, if you wanted to mass produce them and make little gift sets out of them, which is what I think I'm going to do. I really like to have similar cards together and tie them up in a ribbon, have them on hand to give as gifts to people that stay at our home for any reason. So there we go. Our first one is done, and just glue that onto a card base. Now for this next one, I thought instead of using the stencil, I'm going to do something a little different. And I haven't tried this before, so you're kind of the guinea pig. We're going to see if it works. And I have gone ahead and I have a stamping block here. Let's see, I'm going to use this side. Just going to smush a little bit of black ink on there. And I have cut two panels. I've got one that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then I have this one cut down so that it perfectly fits behind my postage stamp die. And for this, I'm going to splatter this with the black ink. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this splatter box and go ahead and spritz my black ink. Well, I better do it out over here. I don't want to get my paper wet. With some water, that's just regular tap water. And now I'm just going to splatter this, see how this works here. There we go. Just so behind my shelving unit I have those fun splatters. There we go. Now I can see lots of little splatters on there. There you go. I'm trying to keep them on the subtle side, like not to get too many big splashes, but and the one I am splattering is the smaller of my two. Just the one that's going to be right behind my, there we go, There was one spot I couldn't seem to get any splatters on. All right. I love a good splattered background. You're taking care of your fur baby. The vacation was amazing, Shauna. We started out in Amsterdam, saw the tulip gardens, and worked our way through Germany up to Switzerland. It was the first time for me to be in that part of the world, so everything was new, and I have to say we ate our way through our vacation, so I'm not going to be hungry for a while. But no diets when I'm on vacation. We like, that's one of the things about traveling that we enjoy. We like to, you know, sample the cuisine of wherever we are. So that's just part of the fun of travel. So we didn't deny ourselves. Okay, so now that I have that, this one I am going to go ahead and do in the portrait style again. And we won't have to worry about getting a white outline on this. Just adding the glue down. Since we did not use the stencil, it'll just go on right like that. There we go. Oh, I like that background. I like those little splatters back there as a alternative, or just a different way than using the stencil or ink blending. And now for our card background, we'll just get that nice outline. And there we go. We can go ahead and lay out our images here. How do we want to do this? Going to kind of mix up my grays and my oranges. Maybe like that. All right. And again, I've gone ahead and put some foam on the back. Yes, no diets. In fact, I have to be honest, I was eating 3 desserts a day. You know, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and ice cream in the afternoon. It was... But I did wear my Fitbit here, and we were averaging about 15,000 steps a day. So I came home okay. I stayed about the same. Those of you that have been watching my videos, you know that I am getting ready for my daughter's wedding in October this year. Now, when you put the hello on these portrait cards, you do have to start way over on one side because it's going to go the whole distance. And I also like to take the E and have it just barely touching the H, because you will run out of room if you're not careful. There we go. Looks like I forgot to add a piece of foam on this one, so piece of that. I'm still a little bit jet lagged. We've only been home for a few days, and my sleep is still crazy off. You know how that is. You know, I took my Copic markers and a whole bunch of stamped images on vacation with me, and I actually colored all of my succulents while I was on vacation. So that's one thing I like to do too, Shauna, is just you know, sit and color. My husband, he likes to read, so often when, you know, in the middle of the day on vacation, we will I'll sit and color and he'll read or take a nap, and on those lazy days, that's what we like to do. So okay, we'll go ahead and put down our bottom row of succulents. I I don't know if you can see it very well on the camera, but I love that splatter behind this gray shelving unit. It really, it's a fun card. It gives a nice vibe. All right, so there we go. We have 3 of our succulent shelves. And then, of course, the picture frame and the window ideas. And there's 3 ways of using the postage stamp die. And we haven't even made postage stamps. So thank you so much, Nancy and Shauna and anyone else out there for joining me today. I'm going to go ahead and switch that camera back. All right, thanks again for being here. This was kind of a quickie today. I'm still getting back in the swing of things, but got some really fun projects coming up, so I hope you'll join me. I'll be here next Thursday at the same time. And before I take off, happy birthday, Denise. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I'm going to spare you me singing happy birthday because I can't carry a tune to save my life. But hope you have a wonderful celebration today. All right, thank you so much. Bye-bye.